Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today we're discussing about Dogecoin yet again because I just had an idea yesterday. Hey, I used to be involved with Dogecoin. I mentioned it to you guys that one of my buddies reached out to me and he reminded me that I used to be involved with Dogecoin and their community in 2013 and 14. And that made me think, hey, do I still have any Dogecoin left? I haven't really given it a thought. Part of me thinks that I don't have anything, but then again, I do remember the Doge chip bot, and I did receive Doge chips. So even though they weren't really worth anything at the time, I mean, they could be worth something now. Maybe $100, maybe $200, but there's something wrong with the Doge chip bot. So today we're going to be discussing about what I have discovered through my old Reddit account. Unfortunately, the Doge chip bot turned out to be a scam later on, an exit scam, because the creator of it took the Doge chips and left. So even if I did have any Doge chips inside, which at the time you had to withdraw them to a different address, and I did find evidence that I was withdrawing to a different address. So I did find out one potential address of mine that had 314,000 Doge, but there's 0 in there today. So that's a good start. At least we have something. But knowing me, and even though I was still a noob in cryptocurrency back then, I wouldn't just have one account. Just like with Bitcoin and Ethereum and BNB, I have it all over the place. I don't have, what the heck is going on? I guess the light bulb's going out. I don't have everything in one wallet. I have it on exchanges, I have it in cold wallets, and I have it in hot wallets. So, come with me and join me on this journey of, do I have any Doge remaining somewhere? Because last time I checked, if I held onto the 314,000 Doge, that would be worth over $200,000 at the current Doge price, which is absolutely, I'm flabbergasted by that. A lot of people think it's going to go to $1, and it has potential for that because everyone wants it to reach $1, but I believe as soon as it does, it's going to be a massive dump. It's a meme coin, for God's sake. There's no maximum supply. The owners abandoned it, the creators long ago. You have a few wallets that control more than 70% of the entire amount of Doge in circulation, so it's overvalued. And I kind of forgot about why I joined the community in the first place. I remember it. Then me and my buddies from high school, we really enjoyed the project because, hey, it was a meme. We liked Doge, we liked Shiba Inu, we liked cryptocurrency at the time, so I must have known about Bitcoin before Doge. Probably discovered it either in 2012 or 2013, definitely. And I also enjoyed Reddit. I know I had definitely multiple Reddit accounts. The only problem is the ones that I have access to, the ones that I check. Besides one, there's no Doge activity anywhere. However, I know for certain I sold some Reddit accounts and others I lost somewhere out there. So I guess if there was going to be a part 2 in the future of this video, if I do end up finding any Doge, the only way I'd access other Reddit accounts or potentially Doge wallets or figure out where there's any Doge or any other cryptocurrency that I potentially might have, it would be through my old computers. It would be through my old hard drives. And now comes the story, oh God, we were reporting about this constantly. Some guy forgot about his Bitcoin on a hard drive, and now I guess I'm going to be part of that. But with me, I don't even know if I have any Doge on there. The thing that makes me suspicious, though, is that I was actually a big believer in Doge back then, a huge believer, because instead of listing my iPad, 2 MacBook Airs, a watch, and multiple other things like an Apple mouse and whatever else I was selling on there, I was even purchasing Bitcoin just to purchase Doge back then. I also purchased Doge with PayPal through the Doge market community. So I purchased a few $100s worth of Doge, and I also have evidence that I successfully sold stuff, and I have also evidence that other people were willing to bid up to 950,000 Doge, which at the current prices, oh God, that's well over $500,000, well over $700,000 for a MacBook Air, which at the time was worth probably $1,000 or whatever. I think it was a new one. I don't even know. I forgot. I didn't even know I had MacBook Airs. I forgot how many iPads I had. I used to be a pretty big tech geek, I guess. I loved iPads and I loved Apple for some reason. So come on down with me on a trip to memory lane. Alrighty, so as you can see, Bitcoin's dropped a little bit and Dogecoin is at 59 cents. It did hit its all-time high above 69 cents, 69 and a half. Currently, its market cap is at $77 billion and yesterday's high was 69.53 That's not bad at all. That is its all-time high. And for yesterday, for the past 24 hours, the height was 67.34. To make things a lot simpler, since it was for 60 most of the day, we're just going to use the price of 60 cents. Here is my old Dogecoin address. And as you can see, there have been a fair amount of transactions. The first one starting on 2014. On January, I got 2.32 Doge. And it tells you here that 7,500 is worth $13.29. So I received later 0.25, got rid of that, got 7,500 Doge, got rid of that, and received 130,425 Doge. I believe this is when I purchased some Doge, received an additional 7,500. So this was probably from selling my watch. I sold a watch for 14,000, I believe, and I wanted 14 and a half, but I received an extra 500 Doge. We're going to get to that comment. Got rid of my 130,425 Doge. That was worth $216, received an additional 74,000. And as you can see, here's another 16,000. The rest were rather small, 13,000, 44,000, and then we were out of Doge. So there were only 3 transactions in 2016, of which this is very interesting that there were such small amounts. So it was just a few Doge here. I wonder what happened to it. And it means that I must have had access to it right before I moved to Poland. So I suspect it could be the hard drive that I still have here in Poland. I took that with me because if I used it in 2016, I had to be using the computer this was like 2 months before I moved out. So that makes me a little suspicious, and I wonder why, why did I move it there? This wasn't worth anything. But before that, the last transaction was right after summer 2014. As you can see, the total was 313,937.73 Doge in and out. And it first started on the 21st of January and ended in 2016. And if you go to the Dogecoin rich list, you're actually able to input your address just like any other blockchain, except Monero, where they hide it. And you're able to find out your own details. So, hey, who knows? Maybe you have 300,000 that you didn't spend or sell or whatever. You got rid of them. Maybe you find that address and turns out you have a few $100,000. 7 years ago, such poor, much noob, beg please. And when I clicked on that, we had Rob Luke. He tipped me 50 Doge. And here is the Doge tip bot in action. Except with this, turns out it was an exit scam. So if we click on this, we're able to view the profile. And the last post was 3 years ago. He's working with the FBI. Smile. 2013, he joined. Last post 3 years ago, 85,000 karma. He made this post. Never forget what really matters. Well, let's see what this is. Save them Hood's special message to Dogecoin. Let's see. I believe all hardworking people deserve to be treated with respect through art and word of mouth. This message first appeared to a crowd of 400 plus at Dogecoin. Oh, so it was a nice little, like Comic-Con, except this was for Doge. Interesting. But let me redirect you to this guy. 322,549.75 Doge. That's a fair bit of money because I already did the math over here. Using 60 cents, that's $193,529.85. Using the all-time high, which you wouldn't have sold at the all-time high, $224,268.84. Using, let's say, 68, $219,065. That was it. Yesterday, you had plenty of opportunities to sell $209,000. What am I trying to prove? This guy, if he received his Dogecoin, maybe he wouldn't have sold at $200,000. Maybe he would have sold a long time ago. But most likely, he would have sold at a higher price than he originally received. What is this address that I'm showing you? It is someone who is deeply affected by this scam. So what happened with Doge Tip Bot is it was a really cool idea on Reddit. I've never seen anything like it before. In 2013, anybody who wanted to give you an upvote, but they really, really liked your content, it's like what Steemit's idea was before it came out. It was a decentralized social network. Obviously Reddit's not decentralized, but if any whale, any person who had a lot of Doge decided, hey, I really like this comment, they would type in Doge Tip Bot, tip plus 50, tip plus 100,000. You had some pretty big whales tipping a lot of money. If anybody held on to that, if they were able to withdraw, they're rich now. But there was a lot of people who did not withdraw from this Doge tip bot. And at the very end, it was around $9,000, $10,000 that the creator just decided to take for himself. And then he announced that there's some problems with the FBI, the police, he's insolvent, he has to go bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. On the internet, you're able to falsify anything you want. You're able to make a sob story. But the people on Dogecoin weren't dumb. And if he held on to those $9,000, $10,000 worth of Doge, it would have been worth $1 million not too soon afterwards. Now it'd be worth even more, millions and millions. Probably he doesn't have it, the creator, wherever he is. But everybody who forgot to withdraw or were saving them up, or to the newbies who didn't even know how to withdraw from the Doge tip bot, whether it was 100 Doge or 100,000 Doge, there were obviously people who lost. And this one individual lost 322,549.75 Doge to the creator of the Doge tip bot. Just one person alone here, what is now worth essentially $200,000. That is the individual. This is how much I had of Doge. Now I have 0 Doge. Maybe I should write to them, to the Securities and Exchange Commission. Here's what happened. So, Doge tip bot final update. It was deleted by whoever was the actual creator, Shibes. Earlier this year, it became apparent that Wow Such Business Inc. Doge tip bot was completely and totally insolvent. With the sale of the cold storage funds in 2015 and the irrational rise in cryptocurrency value, a vulnerability in the Doge tip bot code that allowed a malicious user to completely empty our hot wallet, no hope of raising another investment round, blah, 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 blah. We were, not in a great spot. With liabilities far exceeding assets, the decision to file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy and hand over everything to the feds was not taken lightly. Wait, why would you hand it over to the feds? What would they want? Unless there was fraud involved. They're currently property of the trustee appointed by the Department of Justice to handle this case. Why would they be involved? If you have any questions about money, you will need to talk to an attorney. While normally I love to talk, both the court's advice and your attorney's advice will most likely be the same. Do not contact me. They'll tell you why. I don't even understand that. Why? It's my understanding that with the sale of all remaining assets owned, the only likely folks to actually be paid will be the IRS in the state of California. The company is broke, I'm broke, and the bot is broke. Just under $9,000 all reported to the IRS. Birdie and the archives are gone. Can a mod or someone trustworthy please make note that this is me posting this? Let's take this address, let's copy paste it, and there's a lot of very unhappy people. You stole people's money to get rich off your own ventures and got off essentially scot-free when it all went down the toilet. Somehow he thinks it's cute to steal tens of thousands of people's money. I just found out about this. How did he steal people's money? He literally stole everything that was put into Doge tip bot to further his own business ventures. Does this mean the 3,400 Doge I have is gone, or can we still withdraw? Yep, it's gone. 100 million or so, wasn't it? 110 million Doge. Maybe it was $9,000 a few years ago. Now it's $977,680 3 years ago. Well, let's just put in at 65 cents, 110 million Doge. That's a huge number right there. $71.5 million. Probably he's not having it right now. I went through my old messages and I was pleasantly surprised to find a random $9.50. Someone tipped me 1,000 Doge. When Doge reaches when Doge hits $1, maybe it's possible this year. That's $1,000 right there. Easy escape with my thousands, which may be worth millions later. This is the individual who we're discussing about. And now let's put in this address. That was not found. That's interesting. We did find it here. 110,100 Doge. 11 ins, 11 outs. First in 2014. So this was a few months after my Dogecoin wallet was actually started. And 2015 was the last time in December 6th of 2015. Withdraw 42 million Doge, which at the time was $5,228. But we can see actually a few withdrawals here and there. So it was more than the $9,000 that he was claiming. Withdrawal of 2,300, withdrawal of nearly 3,000, there we go. That's close to, with this right there, it's $9,000. With this, it's like $15,000, $14,000. That's a lot of money right then and there. So let's look back in 2015. Oh man, we have to go way, 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 way back. In December 0.000138. That was in January. In December 0.00013, 0.00014, around there. If he waited a few months, it would be worth a little bit more. If he was able to wait until 2017, 0.000437, quite a big jump right there. So I'm not sure if he would wait that long. Probably not. If only he knew. So unfortunately, Doge tip bot turned out to be a scam. But let's explore some of the other things I found through Reddit. So I discovered that information. By the way, we're at 1.7 million now. I can't even remember what it was in 2014. Probably a pretty small community. From this post, how do you collect tips? That was where someone redirected. You just have to collect the first tip. After you've done this, all the other tips are accepted automatically. And this reminded me of the Doge tip bot, so I looked into it and then discovered, oh no, it's a scam. But this is very important for people who potentially might have a fair amount of Dogecoin. How to find your old Dogecoin wallets and access them. Finding your wallet file. Check. I'm going to have the link down below. Check your app data folder. And this is the first thing I'm going to check. The first place to check is the original live wallet location. It was originally stored in your PC's app data folder at %app data %Dogecoin wallet.dat. If you've never moved your PC or reformatted, it may still be there. Hit your Windows button +R to bring up the run dialog. Paste that in. If it exists, you'll see it. Searching your PC for backups. So if you might have any Dogecoin software, it's good to look through the backups so you're able to read through that if you haven't found through the first option. And then once you actually have your wallet, install the latest official Dogecoin core software, run the software, and then close it again. If you had a password set in your wallet, type wallet passphrase, your wallet password 60, and hit enter. This will try to unlock the wallet with your password for 60 seconds. If it's the wrong password, this will give you an error saying the passphrase was incorrect. If you've tried all the passwords you can think of and nothing has worked, please send me a Reddit message. I've been able to help 2 people recover their wallet passwords so far, one by discussing password recovering strategies, and the other by cracking their wallet file in exchange for a percentage. There are also some other third parties you can use to do this. If you had no password or entered the correct password, then type in dump wallet. If it worked, the console output should say null and the file will be written. Close the software and repeat it again for every .dat file you think is your wallet. And then the rest of the information you're able to look through yourself. It is going to be a little bit unfortunate if you have a fair amount and you can't remember the password. It's not in there. It's not saved, but not all Dogecoins are guarded by a password, so it's worth it to check it out. Here was Doge Market. It currently has 21.9 thousand shibes trading. Here was my post, and this was 7 years ago. There we go. Brand new watch for Doge, starting at 10,000. I'm a big watch guy. I was selling an Android mid-size stance automatic. I believe it's worth around $130. The Imgur link does not work. I got verified. No, I'm not banned. And someone started off at 10,000 Doge. 10,000 would give me $6,000 right now. I ended up posting a meme 7 years ago. My face when I see tipping, price rising, and good things coming. And someone tipped me 20 Doge for that. That smile. Here was another one. Selling Apple Magic Mouse, used starting at 5,000 Doge. Interested, would we do it through an escrow? Whatever the buyer wants. I'm just inexperienced with buying actual goods for crypto. Might as well say the most I'd pay is 14,000 Doge. How much is shipping? And I said 1,000. Here was a long post that I made, Deep Web Doge, want to go to the moon, truly. People were discussing about it. Here I was selling a slightly used laptop, bought in August, an HP i3. I bought it for a little over $400. Wow, such i3, many amaze, very chat, much wise. That looks like a pretty solid laptop, good for university. Unfortunately, I'm not interested. Here I was discussing 74,000 Doge using the Doge USD converter, is 106. This guy said, everything looks good to me. Do you want me to go? Here I wanted to buy $90 worth of Doge. Will pay via PayPal, and I stated I don't have Google Wallet. I've bought over $300 worth of Doge before in this section, and I've sold hundreds of dollars worth more in goods. Best price PM'd wins. And this is the post that makes me wonder, if I bought $300 worth of Doge and I wanted to buy an additional $90 worth and I sold hundreds of dollars worth more in goods, then I must have more than one wallet, because the $314,000 at maximum at that time was probably $200, $300. So maybe that would make sense, but then I've also received stuff that I know was different, such as the $14,500 for a watch. And it says I sold hundreds of dollars worth more in goods. So it is very possible I had 2 or 3 wallets. One that I changed later, and I had an earlier wallet. Who knows? Thread closed, got my Doge successfully thanks to all who PM'd me. I was also selling some mini tablets, probably not iPads, but whatever. It cost me $60 for each. I have no idea what they were, but alrighty. There we go. Some generic brand Android tablets. Alrighty. And yeah, I wasn't able to get Skype to work on them. We had people who were interested. Doge Market help. Hey, I've sold a few things and bought a few things. So far, so good. All are happy, and only one order is still on its way. I'd like to get Flare. All right, so we have another confirmation that I've sold a few things and bought a few things. Here I was selling an HP NVIDIA V6, another laptop with an i7 CPU. I accept Doge or Bitcoin. I've sold a laptop here before to a Reddit user for Doge, I believe 2 or 3 months earlier. We can escrow. Quite a nice machine. I have a lower tier one. It runs great. 500,000 offer, but then no response. Anyone else can match this? This guy, 100,000 Doge and 4 dislikes, so too little. Hey, if we held and sold at 61 cents, that gave us $61,000. 500,000 would be $305,000. Sorry, but no, I said anything above $500. That's like $90. 100,000 Doge, another -4. 115,000 Doge. Hey, that's better, but also another -4 right there. Here we go. Brand new iPad Air, 64 gigabyte, $150 off. I need to sell this ASAP. Tried selling at Craigslist, but for the third time now, people just end up texting that they're just too busy to meet or that I live too far away. I'll be glad to ship it out then for some Dogecoins. My end goal is to convert them to Bitcoin, so if you have Bitcoins, that'd be perfect, but I'm cool with Dogecoins. The iPad's price is $700. You save $150 on a brand new tablet. Paid total $560 for shipping. Man, I was selling a lot of electronics. I had a PM. I was selling Ray-Bans, and my best one, 2 MacBook Airs, 11-inch, 256 gig, brand new. They were originally bought for $1,050, Amazon price plus shipping, but I'm willing to sell them for much less. This comment's funny. I'll give you 2,000 Dogecoins. Just give him time, lol. 2,000 finally would give me 1,200. Obviously back then, a terrible deal, and there's no way in chance in heck did anyone expect Dogecoin to even reach a cent, let alone where we are today. And that's partly why we're kind of here in this position, because a lot of the original guys stopped believing in Doge, and then you had memes take over, and TikTok, and Elon Musk, and all of this. And I guess in a future video, we have to find this hard drive, and potentially there might be some other Doge wallets that are on there. Oh man, it would suck if I found like 200,000 Doge and I couldn't remember the password. I would probably need to crack it. That would be a fun adventure. And if I did crack it, oh my goodness, I'd definitely give a percentage out if I had like 100 grand or whatever. I was selling a used iPod Touch, 10,000 start. We did an auction. Thanks all, I finally reached a conclusion with a buyer and iPods being sent out today. Smiley face. Okay, probably the way I'm recording it is frustrating a lot of people, so let me just read some other post. Wow, much Doge, so sale, $2.40 per 1,000 Doge, PayPal, Amazon payments, Google Wallet. Then I responded, PM, I'd like to buy a lot. And I actually did end up buying from this individual. And I had a post, if this happened once, why not do Doge too? If Overstock.com allowed Bitcoin, why won't other major websites and shopping places allow it in the future? And here we are in the future. They're finally allowing it. And let me show you how I actually purchased 130,000 Doge, and that would be the 130,000 that I purchased and are in my original wallet. And I did sell an iPod Touch, I sold a watch, I sold a few other things. So again, more proof that I must have a second wallet somewhere. PMing completed 130,000 Doge. 130,000 Doge is being confirmed right now. Thanks, true to your word, within minutes. I'm not going to be scrolling anymore, so I'm going to post a screenshot of some of the messages I have where I got a confirmed bid and people were wanting to give 900,000, 950,000 Doge. Absolutely insane. Again, this is from one account. I have probably more Reddit accounts and potentially others that were involved with cryptocurrency. I must have more than one wallet because we're talking about more Doge than is possible here, and there was more transactions than 14 in and outs, so which that would mean just 7 positive transactions. It came in and we were doing something with them. I really wonder. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 900 subscribers. Wish me luck. Next week, I'm going to visit Warsaw, and I might have one hard drive over there. The other 2 hard drives are back in America, and I'm flying back to America on June 2nd, hopefully. So we're going to be looking around just to give it a shot. Maybe there is somebody out there. Maybe it's $1,000. Maybe it's $100,000. Oh my God, it would pay me if I did find out that I had access to other wallets, but I wasn't able to get inside and there was like 6 figures inside. That would be just such a silly way. It would make a great topic for a video, I guess, but that would be painful. Anyways, I wanted to share this today with you guys because I myself, after I lost my memory and I got tinnitus and hearing loss from an incident in 2019, I had to be reminded by my friends that yes, I was involved with Doge. And then I forgot that I had this old Reddit account. And just yesterday, I figured, whoa, like I actually had a fair amount of Doge. Compared to my buddies, I think I had the most amount of Doge out of everyone. I'm still surprised I believed in it so much because now I'm completely skeptical of it. I think it does have some value, but it definitely shouldn't be in the number 4 position of all cryptocurrencies. I mean, Cardano or Polkadot or whatever, anything besides Dogecoin. Come on, it's gonna be worth 100 billion soon. So that's today's video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, let me know why in the comment section below. We shall see you guys tomorrow. I don't know. What do you think? It's kind of crazy to entertain myself with the idea that, you know, there's like a 1% chance, but there does exist a small sliver of hope that, hey, maybe there is like $100,000. That would be crazy. That would help me out of my situation. I'd pay off all my debts, put most of that money into index funds and a retirement account and a little bit in Bitcoin, and maybe I'd buy myself something really nice. And that's that. But I don't want to get myself too excited, you know? However, I'd still get excited if I found even $1,000. Any amount of money is good to find. So that's that. Have a great one. Bye. And I guess this also serves as a reminder to anyone out there, if you used to be involved with the Dogecoin community, if you remember Doge tip bots and Reddit and all that stuff, I'd check it out. I'd check out how to access your Doge. Maybe there's a way you can find that, hey, you suddenly have like $20, $30, $40,000 left, like my buddies and me. So that's that. Have a great one. Bye.